Hi, my name is Myles. We're on the 1100 block of Hollins Street. Let's check out this block. To my left is Hollins Market, which has been around since 1835, built by Joseph and Elias Newman. Then, on my other side, we have the art gallery, an antique shop, and City of Gods, one of the businesses we will be highlighting in this episode.
I'm Snacks, manager of City of Gods, 1118 Hollins Street.
Machar, City of Gods, owner, partner with City of Gods since 2009. Say around September 2009, we came in. Dope experience. It was other partners at the time. And at that time, they went their separate ways. It was 3 of us after that. And now it's 2 of us left. Me and Terrence Frazier, that's my partner as we speak now.
So as far as the community, came with open arms. Everybody loves us. City of Gods, like we here. Like by me, I've been around here for 9 years. It's pretty good. They gave me open arms. Came around here, they gave me open arms around here, and we just kept it moving. Like community good, man. Like we do a lot of events for the community, so it's like that kind of helped us out with branching on with other people in the community, like guys.
That was dope, because like I said, Snacks, he most likely puts the events together. Well, for the most part, Snacks, he puts the events together, contests, everybody, puts everything, makes everything smoother for everybody around. So it's, when we let Snacks know, Snacks out here, bring his own ideas to the table, we sit down, we chop it up, and it's always a success.
For the most part, it's cool. It's like any other neighborhood, you have your bad times, but for the most part, it's always good times. Always, like a little rough in the patches, but like for the most part, it's a good time. Neighborhood's great. Don't nobody bother us because, like I said, that piggyback off of your community question. We're always helping the community out. I don't care if it's gift bags, shows, regular cookouts, giveaways. Like the community adapts to us or adapts with us, and to make it a better place for everybody. You don't find too many communities or too many people working together. That's the main thing. That's our goal, is just working together, just trying to get everybody involved.
Since 2009.
Yeah, since 2009.
I say a lot of people have came and left and been, struggling. Everybody struggled at the time, but a lot of people that came and left, and it's been amazing. You might get right down, but you come right back up just through our events, putting big events together. We have different parties, like my partner Frazier, he does silent parties. Like the store is kind of basically really all me. Like I deal with the store and everything, and Frazier handles like different accounts as far as like, well, different people. I don't know if I can really say, but he does different things like with different organizations in Baltimore. And the silent parties, he does the silent parties downtown, and it's a pretty good thing on that end. And the different marketing things he does. But as far as the store, I kind of really solely deal with the store. And then if I'm not dealing with like Hollins Snacks and Snacks to put in a second his 2 cents, and so we just put something together and make it happen. But we all come together. We all come together as a bunch. So if we have an issue, we might not talk every day, but we come together. Like, what's the issue? All right, cool. Let me call this guy. He called me, and we'll put it together. But it's kind of, people always kind of say like I'm like the plug. It sounds kind of crazy, but they kind of sound like I'm the plug because like different people, they say like I'm the yellow pages. Like people come, and from me knowing a handful of people that know somebody else that knows somebody, that they'll come here and like, can you reach out to such and such? Can you reach out to Devin Allen? Can you call him and do this and do that? It's been good to everybody. So it's like I try to glue things together for everybody. So I'm kind of like the glue, kind of sort of like something come, I kind of glue it together and let it build up from there. So City of Gods, we kind of got the name from a movie, kind of, sort of, you know what I mean? So City of Gods, based on a Brazilian-based movie about some kids, they were growing up and had it fucked up when they were growing up. So they were doing whatever they had to do to come up. To help themselves, have their family, whatever. So it's we kind of base our story kind of sort of off there. As kids, we had it rough. That might not have been terrible, but we had it a little worse than others. So, we just put our little 2 cents together, and when we got older, we just we branched different ways. We went to fashion and other things.
We're people pleasers. Like
Dang.
we adapt.
What kind of interview is this?
No more like we adapt. We adapt with the culture. You feel me? Like we see things and we just switch it up, add with our little twist, and we just go from there. We like pioneers.
Yeah, like you say, kind of pioneers because like fashions, I have none for real. I mean, like I said, I know all black is easy. Black shirt, black easy. I walk a door. I have my jeans stacked up and t-shirts stacked up. It's walk a door.
Mm.
But my wife, she's been putting together a lot. I mean, like crazy. I mean,
shout out to sis.
Yeah, she's been most definitely she's been the one really showing up with that stuff for real.
Mm-hmm.
So she sent me ideas all day long. What do you like? I said whatever you like. So kind of dope. And then she's the fish lady in Baltimore City too.
Yeah, most definitely. Old Honey on the Bay. Old Honey on the Bay.
Yeah.
Daily events every month.
Oh yeah, we
shout out Tate Ever. Shout out KD, King Dewey. Anniversary. As of right now, it's October 21st and 22nd. It's supposed to be a big block party, both Friday and Saturday. New merch coming in for the fall and winter.
Every Friday,
new merch coming in. I'm gonna say, just look forward, man.
Podcast.
Yeah, podcast. Single Swim Podcast. Single Swim Podcast. That's here too. It's dope. Right. So we just got a little bit of everything going on right now. Like we're not just a clothing brand. We the culture. We are the culture. That's where I was going. That's where I was going with it. I was going right there. We are the culture.
That's hashtag. Right. We are the culture. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do it big for the culture, for the city, for what we love. Kind of we think everybody around us love, like food, music, entertainment. We're just trying to make it a nice event for everybody. Anybody come here feel welcome. Any single person come here and be welcome.
Yep.
It's spelled with a T, not a P. Okay, I've been in the neighborhood now. I'm not from this neighborhood. I'm from South Baltimore, but I've been in this neighborhood now for 40 years. I'm a coach. I coach all sports except rugby. Okay, I was crossing guard, 45 years. I worked recreation, education, and human resource. But I have seen the community rise and fall. Okay.
So what was that like? So talk to me about what was that like? What was that like when you first moved in here? When you first moved around here?
Yeah, when I first moved in, man, beautiful. Beautiful. It's still somewhat beautiful, but the city itself has changed, so the community has changed.
Right. And so how does that make you feel? How does the change make you feel? Yeah, that's it. How does the change of the community make me feel? Yeah.
As old as I am, I'm not happy. I'm not happy because the changing of the time, the changing of people. A lot of people don't understand that I understand, and I feel though that technology is what's destroying the world today. That's the young folks, because they, back in my days, it was a thing we used to call 10 finger to 1 finger. And explain that to you because you're just doing something here. And when I say 10 fingers, back in my days, when we used to do arithmetic or anything, we used our fingers to count. And in the midst of us using our fingers to count, our mind even start functioning. Not just on the counting, other things. So the 1 finger means now, today, all they got to do is push the button or stroke a button. You get any information you want. So that's the only problem that I have today, right, as far as the community advancement, because this is killing our kids. And I mean, it's all right to have for certain situations, but me, myself, as old as I am, I think this is killing our kids. And until we find a solution to make them want to come back out and do things the way it's supposed to be, I don't think it is because of this. Now, as far as this community here, we're a safe community. We're a safe community here at times. Well, all community had problems. All community had problems. So if you really want me to give you from the number from 1 to 10 evaluation, I give it a 7.
Been around here all my life for real life. Crazy out here for real life. You don't want to be around here, don't come around here, because not safe, but certain areas, like right here, this is where I grew up at. Like, all right here, I went to the school right here, James McKinley Elementary Middle School. But basically, I've been here all my life for real. It's a quiet neighborhood, but certain times, certain moments, it can get ugly. It's just certain stuff. But it's all love here, though. All love, nothing but love. And make sure you good around here. You don't got to worry about nothing. At least on this side, though. But yeah.
So, growing up here and seeing all that, how does that make you feel? Like seeing all the ugliness?
Make me go strong. Be strong and go hard. And thanks, mother. Always use your brain. Main thing you gotta do, use your brain.
Got any like stories about coming up here that you can tell? It's not one of them.
Yeah, a couple stories.
Like good memories,
Good memories, yeah.
if you have any.
Alright. Let me see, what memories do I have? Oh, man, when I was younger, like, how old was I? Like 13. It's a rack around the corner. So go around there and play every day. Like, it used to be good times. Uncle Coop, he was basically running it for real. He was there all this for a long time, holding it down. But we used to play basketball for real, big basketball games, like big basketball games, from older to younger. Everybody getting along. Then what happened? We was playing basketball for real. So, but what was his name? We used to call him LeBron. But he looked just like LeBron, played just like him, act just like him, enthusiastic, all that, just like. So came down the court for real. Next thing you know, he dunked on somebody, he fall. The whole gym started going crazy. It's so many memories, bro. So many memories. I'm trying to think of them, though. The best memories. Let me see. What I gotta know. See, it's a lot of memories I can't explain. It's a lot of right here. Like I said, we grew up right here for real. My brother, he got killed like 2019. 2019. Just running around. There used to be somebody named Cheese. He used to chase us all around the park, but playful though. It's just so much fire. I remember I fell, bust my head for real. I had to get stitches right here.
Thank you.
All right, we go back. This old school stuff here, man. I've been doing this all my life, since I was 11, off and on. It's three of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's me, another older guy named Mike, and a younger guy named Anthony. They would allow us to come picking up the wreck. We could get breakfast and lunch, and the pool would allow us to come swim for free as long as I was the swim team coach.
That's tough.
That's the real of it.
Yeah.
That's the real of it, though. And I did that for 13 years. And then the town started switching. And more drugs became popular. So now you can't charge the kids no more now. So they began to open up the centers free.
Mm-hmm.
That was really killed for me doing the camp wise. But I took and turned it into youth sports.
Right.
So anytime you hear about the sport, you're gonna hear real deal youth. But when it comes to you doing everything the family community is real deal, family deal, real.
So in the morning we fly tipplers in the morning, fly rollers in the afternoon. That's our shift, you feel me?
Right.
We get together, make it do what it do.
Give them some of your history.
I've been raising birds for a minute, man. Like, that's what we do. Plus, you know, I'm flexing the tires. Plus, I do the music. Mr. Home of the Wire himself. That's what I do. You YouTube Fat Ant 221. All my videos pop up. You'll see my birds, everything on there, man. That's what we do. Come around later on the sun, or you really gotta ask the boss. Whatever day he choose to let them up with time, we gonna let them things up, man. We give y'all a show. That ain't about nothing, man. Give y'all a show. That's what we do. Anything you need, you don't see Coop, find me. That's what we do. Birds right there. Good flock right there too, man. We do, man.
Now we're going to talk to Michael Lamason, who owns Black Cherry Puppet Theater.
Welcome to Black Cherry Puppet Theater in the heart of the Hollins Market, Baltimore's Hollins Market neighborhood. How long has Black Cherry been in this area? We were first performed in this neighborhood in the mid to early 1980s as part of the first Soy Bohemian Festival, which is a big arts festival that started up as a protest to Artscape back when Artscape first started. I believe it was probably like 1982, and they didn't have local artists at the Artscape Festival, so a lot of people got together and started their own arts festival, and that attracted not only us but a lot of people into the neighborhood. Saw what a cool neighborhood it was. And it's also how we built our audience through that festival. When we first became involved with the neighborhood, housing was incredibly cheap and inexpensive, and a lot of artists moved into the neighborhood. There were also 2 or 3 clubs where artists hung out, and cheap eats, cheap booze, and so you could, it was basically like open studio all the time. You'd be tired, want to take a break, you just walk over to, down the block, and there'd be somebody there. Like, there was one guy in the neighborhood that turned his furnace into a forge and was doing bronze casting in his basement. It was that kind of thing going on. It was a lot of fun. Well, you're talking, nearly 40 years that I've been involved with the neighborhood. When I first came here, it was a lot of abandoned buildings. It was at the tail end of the city's Dollar House program. Change is funny. In this neighborhood, a lot of change was driven by the developers that would get hold of, like there was one guy that had over 100 properties over here. And he helped drive the artists moving into the neighborhood, but at the same time, he was, making his fortune or not off of the neighborhood. And then, in the 90s, there was a lot of issues with crime, and a lot of people moved out of the neighborhood. And the late 90s was when Black Cherry bought the buildings that were in this theater. They were essentially 2 buildings that had been abandoned for probably 20 or 30 years, and the city had slated to demolish them. And we were like, no, we're drawing a line in the sand here. We're going to make it into a theater. And a lot of people were like, why would you do that in this neighborhood? It's obviously, it's not a healthy neighborhood by any measure. And we really thought and believed that a small arts organization could really have a positive impact on a neighborhood. By not only, we got the buildings, we repurposed them, we saved 2 abandoned buildings, we turned them into a theater, we draw an audience into the neighborhood that patronize, restaurants and bars. And we've even been told by some of the people who live here now that having a puppet theater in the neighborhood was one of the reasons that they moved into the neighborhood. And some of these people live in the neighborhood, so I see more of a, I'm really excited about the way development is happening these days in the neighborhood, because I think that developers are more connected to the neighborhood. That said, things like Hollins Market, which is one of I think the oldest public market in the city, is not doing too well. You know, the merchants just aren't getting the business that they need to stay open. So, I mean, and crime's always an issue. Yeah, I think we need fair enforcement. We need a police department that cares about the city, and not not having officers that do their 5 years in Baltimore City so they can get a job in the county. I see, we have a much younger police force now, and hopefully they're more committed and living here, that care about their homes. That's the thing is, if you teach in the school, you should live relatively close to the school, I think. I mean, I live within walking distance to the theater. I think that's part of being part of the neighborhood. Black Cherry's role in the neighborhood. Well, I said we built our audience in this neighborhood at the Sweet Bohemian Festival. I mean, there were days when it would be 100 degrees. We've performed at more than 30 of them, 30 years. And there'd be people sitting on the street waiting for us to perform in 100-degree weather. It's not just about making our art. It's about, how can we make our community a better place? We do, curriculum integrated residencies in schools where kids make puppet shows about what they're studying. We do after-school programming. And we have free events here in the neighborhood. So, and then we bring people into the neighborhood to patronize other businesses. And finally, I think, one of the things that we've really done too is nurture a real community of artists who are working in puppetry over the last 40 years. I mean, when we started, we were the only people doing puppets. It's a little diamond in the rough in the center of Baltimore. It has, in many ways, the fact that it's been neglected is a major part of its charm. It's like, it's a neighborhood here. It's a community. We know, like the postman, if he thinks I'm not here at the theater, he'll actually call me and ask me if I'm here. And if he wants, if they want to drop off, if I want them to drop the mail somewhere else. It's, the merchants in the market, when we have events, we put up, no parking signs for them. Zella's, the pizzeria, donates all the beverages for our events. It's a community. And that's what a community is. We all work together to make it better. So, and I love the buildings over here too, the housing, and the old, the fact that it's a historic district and has these old 19th century buildings. And the flowers and the trees and all that. No, not all neighborhoods have old trees. So, it's nice to see that.
The 1100 block of Hollins Street. I learned a lot, and I hope you did too. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this.